Yo, what's good, Josh? Your boy Jverse, man. Welcome back to the channel, TikTok, whatever it is that you're watching this from. We have the Volume 2 patch notes that did just drop from Need for Speed, and we got to check them out. We got to look at some stuff. Y'all know, based on my previous video, I plan on jumping back into Need for Speed, so I want to make sure I'm paying attention to all the different things that I can expect in the game and give my thoughts, give my input on what are some good things to pay attention to, what are some things that we could be paying attention to that's going to be coming back, some different things that have been tweaked, some balances that have been made, what we should expect from Volume 2 in these patch notes, man. So let's go ahead and take a look at this and dive straight in. All right, y'all, so when we open up the patch notes, we are greeted here with the Need for Speed Unbound patch notes, Volume 2 patch notes. Read about the fixes, changes coming alongside Volume 2. So it reads, hey, NFS fam, as we mentioned earlier, Volume 2 is due to hit the streets very soon. And here you can delve into the patch notes of Need for Speed Unbound's first patch post-launch update. In addition to the brand new ways for you to enjoy Lakeshore, we've also added plenty of quality of life improvements and fixes to Volume 2. So for those of you that don't know what quality of life pretty much is, this is basically like the surrounding area of the game and the different changes and tweaks that's happened to the game, basically to enhance our experience of the game. So it's not specific things. All of these things may not include like specific things that are being put into the game, like cars, different parts of the map, all the other different stuff. It's basically like the tweaks to the cars, the different parts of the map, maybe some signs, maybe some billboards, maybe some of the buildings and different stuff like that, the signs for the streets and different stuff like that. So let's go ahead and look at this. So these are some general fixes, nothing too crazy, more so just AI, obviously, fixes that are in the game. So we got some enhancements basically to the AI and balancing out the racers so that they aren't obviously completing races early and aren't like bugging out during the races. And then obviously we have some different stuff for when the cops are triggered and their conditions, obviously, so how they respond and basically perform against us in the game. So those are some tweaks that have been made. Balance and meta tweaks limited the ability to downgrade cars to one tier below stock. Wow, I don't know how much this is gonna affect us. I hope that this is not gearing towards like a RX-7 that is, you know, I've modified into A tier and now I can't bring it back into B tier. I'm hoping that that's not what they mean by that. In terms of going back to stock, or downgrading it one tier below stock. I hope that that's not what they mean, but we'll see when we actually dive in. So that is, you know, kind of exciting to see what they mean by limiting the ability to downgrade. Number 2, resolved an exploit where players could access extra gears using third-party hardware. This is crazy. Now, what I do want to say is it's pretty, at least for the PC players, it's very easy to mod EA's games. If you want to get in and mod, you know, like NFS Heat, it was very easy to mod the game, get cash, modify the vehicles. We got Project Unite, which is great. I think that sometimes the mods are good for a game like this, but it shouldn't be where there are performance upgrades that we are getting as making it, you know, where it's like kind of like a pay to win type of thing. So basically, if you're on PC and you have the knowledge of mods that you can get to outperform other people in races, which is what they're talking about here, where people can gain, you know, extra gears for their car, which is crazy. So that means that certain cars that top out at a certain, you know, miles per hour for the top speed, they're going over that now with this third party. So I'm glad that they resolved that exploit. I'm glad I wasn't there to play that because that would have been very frustrating. Fix the issue where ASAP Rocky's custom vehicle was only allowed 3 engine swaps. There was a exploit that was going on where ASAP Rocky's custom vehicle could be in a B tier race and it's a S tier class, S plus tier, I believe. So it was just sweeping everybody at the beginning of the race, and that happened to me at least 6 times. I counted. So hopefully that has been fixed. If it has, y'all just once again let me know in the comments. Fix the issue where the track reset could give an unfair advantage on rapid transit. Don't know too much about that, but we don't want people to have, once again, pay to win unfair advantages. We want everybody to be at a balanced playing field so everybody can enjoy the game equally, and it'll basically be that skill kind of outmatching everybody else. Balance the Aston Martin Vulcan's top in acceleration in S class. I don't personally like that car, so for those of you that use that car, there you go. There's a balance that's been tweaked out for you all for the S class Aston Martin Vulcan. Challenges added the ability to pin a challenge directly from a locked item. So my issue when I was doing the challenges is that I couldn't pin especially when I was doing like the grind for the RX-7. I wanted to be able to pin the challenge so I can know specifically what it is that I needed to do so I can keep doing the challenge. And the fact that I couldn't do that was very frustrating. So I'm glad that that's something that's been added, and now we can pin the challenges and just see it maybe on screen. Once again, we won't know until we actually get in and play these games and play the update on the 21st, which I'm really excited about. Y'all let me know how excited y'all are to play the update on the 21st when it drops. But it's exciting to know that now we can see maybe that challenge popping up on screen for us to know what it is that we need to do without having to hit the pause menu, checking out what's going on. We can see it right on the UI and know exactly what it is that we need to do. So we have a list of different things that I'm not going to jump solely into, but I'm excited to read the rest of this. A key thing that I am excited about that I think is a big changer for us is the ability to swap cars out on each race in a playlist so players can choose cars better suited to each event type. That is really good. That is something that I really appreciate personally. And increased base payouts for all multiplayer playlists and added greater payouts scaling with higher player counts. Those two things directly are key benefits to the multiplayer experience, because there was an issue not making enough money for me to be able to modify my cars, buy new cars, do different stuff like that. I catch myself doing so many races because I just wasn't getting enough money. And there'd be a lot of times where I would be competing in a race and I couldn't swap out my car to a better one that I could put inside of the tier from doing, like, you know, an A tier race. And I have a car that either I can downgrade or another car that may be better suited for the tracks or the particular cars that I'm racing against. It should be an option for me to be able to swap those out, and I'm glad about that. So those are my two things. And if I was to add a third and resolve the issue where a player receives the wrap too complicated message even where there's enough space to apply the decals. Now, I was big on trying to modify my cars, and I needed this to be something that doesn't happen, where, you know, I can't add certain decals on my car, or I can't tweak a decal the way that I want to tweak it. If that was something that was ever going to happen, I'm glad that case is completely taken out. And it may not be a big deal for y'all, but like I said, I'm very big on customizing my cars. Most of these other things are minor tweaks that could have been made to the game, and they have been, so I'm grateful for that. This is our Volume 2 patch notes for Need for Speed Unbound, and I'm excited once again to jump in with you guys come March 21st. Let me know how excited you guys are once again for Volume 2 of Need for Speed Unbound, and let me know if you will be playing Volume 2. And once it comes out, guys, let's be as positive we possibly can be, and let's go into the game trying to have fun, and let's have a good time creating that new perspective, man. And if you haven't already, make sure that you hit that like button on this video, man. Share this video with some people, and make sure you turn that noti bell on so that you never miss an upload from your boy J-Verse, man. And I would definitely catch y'all in the next video. I greet you with the words peace and love, man.